I kept saying that by now, they would have settled, including that matter, cases that would potentially lead to about $80 billion of liability, $85 billion of liabilities to the Treasury, about $85 billion. Already we're paying some of them. I'm just saying I wonder, but I probably should say I'm confident, but I'm saying I wonder now that it is a conduit. It is a conduit for corrupt activities.
That was opposition leader Jagdeo's take on the settlement of several court cases by the government in recent times. But State Minister Joe Harmon said Friday the matters which the government opted to settle out of court are matters which actually went to Cabinet, and Cabinet gave its approval for the Attorney General to proceed with the actions which were taken.
The matters which we settled were matters which were decided by the court. And we felt that it was important to establish a regime of the rule of law which said that we respect the judgments of courts. That if a court made a judgment, there was a final judgment, it made no sense you becoming a bad John and say, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Because it sets a standard by which other people will judge you. It will set a standard not only for us here in Guyana, but for international agreements of which we are a party.
Mr. Harmon said the opposition leader should tell the nation that the coalition now has to foot big bills because of the PPP's inept handling of state cases.
Mr. Jagdeo can say whatever he wants. The root cause of these problems started in the administration of the PPP. Mr. Nandalal, as the Attorney General, failed miserably to prosecute these matters on behalf of the state. It all falls back into his lap. And so as a state, as a government that respects the rule of law, we cannot say to citizens who have been granted awards by the courts to say we aren't paying.
Mr. Harmon noted too that the government will not go against a court ruling since it sets a bad precedent. He said those cases the government was forced to settle are just the tip of the iceberg.
There are many, many others like that. And I believe at the appropriate time when the Attorney General makes a full statement of these matters, we would recognize the deep hole into which the PPP has put us in this country. We are doing our best to keep this country on a level keel. But every single day, you are faced with some ignorance or some nonsense done by the previous administration that you have to deal with now.
Roy Dan James, HGP Nightly News.